Today we're going to spend a little bit of time talking about the TeeCup Course Manager. It allows you to create very accurate course layouts using a Google Earth interface. And the first thing you will notice when you start this program up is that right in this part of the program, the program will ask you to install the Google Earth plugin. Just follow Google's instructions and you'll have it installed in a couple of minutes. It's not a real big problem. The next thing you need to do with this particular interface and with this particular program is make a few changes, or at least check in the tools and the options part of the program to make sure that a couple of options are set. We're going to go into the Internet options, and you can see in here that we want to go into the browsing history and the settings. And the thing that we really want to check on is that we need to check for newer versions of stored pages, and we need that to be set every time I visit the web page. And this is a real important one. We don't want any caching to happen when we're running this program. The other one that we look at, and it's usually fine, is when you go down to the advanced section into the security area, we need to make sure that we enable native XML HTTP support. That's usually done anyways, but it's a good thing to check. What we're going to do today, obviously, we want to do create a new course and do a new course layout. One of the first things we need to check is, or need to add in, is we need to set the email address in here as well. And the reason we require an email address is that when you save a course, I'll just put my email address in here. Oops. By saving a valid email address into the Course Manager, it allows you to actually save courses into our master database. What happens when you save a course into our master database is that you will be required to confirm that you actually sent the course to TeeCup, and that's what we need your email address for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start a new course, and the first thing that we do to do that is that we just press the new course button. And it clears it off. And what it really does here is it takes away all possible markers. So what you want to do is have a very clean screen. So that's what the new course button does for you. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the course information side, and what we're going to do is we're just going to look up, we're going to actually lay out a course that's in Ottawa, Canada, called Cedar Hill Golf and Country Club. And it is in Canada, and it is in Ontario, and it's in a city called Ottawa, which happens to be the capital of Canada. And it is on 53 Cedar Hill Drive. And maybe we'll put a -99 on that, 999, just to make sure that it is unique. And because this is just a test, we really want to eliminate or delete this thing later. So what we do is, once you've entered this information, what you can do is set a search, and what it does is drop the address into the locate course portion of the program, and then when you say go to location, it just flies you directly to the course, which is kind of cool. Now, what we've done is we know this course, and we also know that where all of the holes are on it. So all that we're going to do is demonstrate how to put points in or put marks in on the course. We found hole number 1 over here. You do a double click on it. If you don't want to use the clicker, you can actually use this little icon that allows you to roll in and roll out. It works quite well. What I usually use is I'll double click to go in on the course, and then I will use the center ball or the center ball on the mouse to either move in or out. And that works really quite well. But again, you can use this icon on the side, and it also allows you to turn the course around too, so that if you want to orient yourself a little bit differently, you can. And it works really quite well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to double click on the center of this green, and then we're just going to type in, or just going to hit the Create 3 button. And by hitting the Create 3 button, what we've really done is that we have created three points, the front, back, and center of the green. By double clicking in the center of the green, actually the first one is really nicely placed, and all you really have to do is move the other two into place, and you've easily marked the first hole. Now let's go to the second hole, which happens to be over here. Let's do exactly the same thing. Double click in the center, and this time we're going to hit next 3, so it bumps the counter by 1. And we're going to put the front here, and we're going to put the back here, and we've done hole number 2. And let's do hole number 3. And we're going to zip down here, which is a par 5. And we're going to zip in here, and we're going to just simply mark next 3 and do exactly the same thing again. And now we've marked 3 holes. We just go throughout, just follow the same process and do the other holes all the way up to 18, obviously. And when you're done those holes, when you're done entering the front, the back, and the center for every hole, and we really recommend doing that, then we can come back and put in any kind of special markings that we want for each of the holes. You're allowed 6 extra marks per hole with TeeCup. So let's just take, as an example, let's just take hole number 3. And in our case with hole number 3, we noticed that there was a dog leg on it. So let's just put a dog leg marker, and you do exactly the same thing that you did for the other holes, only this time you're going to say create marker instead of create 3. So we're going to zoom in here. We're going to select from the drop down a dog leg right, and we're going to say create marker, and we're done. You just go throughout the course, you mark off all of the marks that you want to put in, and then you're basically done. And all you have to do then is save the course. And that's really simple too, because you go over and you say database save. It's as simple as that. It's going to save a course called Cedar Hill Golf and Country Club 999 into the database. And you say save right now. And it says it's saved, and it's also going to send me an email telling me to confirm that I actually did this. And once you confirm that you actually did it, then you can drop the course onto your drop this course file directly onto your Blackberry with TeeCup's wireless interface. If you want to take a look at the course, we can go over here and we can do a search. And you can do a search for any course you want, but we might as well search for the one that we just put in. We'll just put the word Cedar in there, and let's do a search and see if we find our course. Obviously we've done a lot of testing here, but here's Cedar Hill Golf and Country Club. We left it in lowercase so it's easy to find for us. And when we do a click on it, it'll just pop right up, and we can check it and make sure that everything looks fine. It looks good. We got all of our points, and that's about it. So it's really quite simple to lay out a course with the TeeCup Course Manager. And even though we certainly encourage people to call us, and we'll do the setup for you, it may take a little bit of time. If you learn how to use this thing, you're not restricted in any way, shape, or form. You can create the courses at will, and you're not just helping yourself, but you're helping a whole bunch of others at the same time. So we really encourage the use of the TeeCup Course Manager, and it's fun, it's easy, and it gives you an incredible amount of flexibility.